sitting here today, finally back getting things going, and it's amazing. I've got the OG crew sitting next to me. Got Mr. Goodnight, Bienvenidos, bro. I like it. He's always so ready. He's always got a game face. Like, I feel like that's his face for everything he's about.
Hey, if you hear like some noise going on in the background, this noise our first time doing this. And, you do stuff that's real.
We go missing. This is where we were last seen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go, man.
Right.
And that background music definitely not ours.
Oh no, it's not. It's not our call.
Not us.
Sitting with us also, man, is Seabass. Seabass, good to see you, man. Legend. I'm starting to get used to seeing you back again. I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
I don't know if that's a good thing for my life or a bad thing.
Maybe
I think you like Ludacris.
Yeah. It's not so bad when Ludacris is walking by. For all people know Ludacris just came by.
He was in the building.
No, on the TV screen here.
Yeah, not the guy who went in the back.
Oh.
Spanish scene.
Yeah.
What's the name? Because we gotta get it.
Oh, Romeo.
Oh, Romeo.
Yeah. It's solo por un rato.
That's one of the big things. I've heard Buddy's name before. Man.
He's like an R&B Spanish guy. But keep the intros going.
Yeah, right?
I thought,
We got distracted with Romeo. No, we got bypassed. We got as far as.
Me too. I had to know.
Yeah, we all got stuck right there with the crew. We never went to the place. Guys, sitting with us, man. You know, I feel like I have a sort of friends in this industry I've made, but I feel like it's a smaller number when it's like that real special group of friends. You know what I mean? In this industry, you know, and this is not just counting the guys I hang out with on this podcast, but it extends beyond that sometimes. And the guest we have here today, man, fits that bill. You know what I mean? This is, when I say this is a good friend, man, it's a genuine good friend of mine joining us today as a guest. Kicking things off with the next show into the season. This man is no stranger to our show. He's been on here a few times already. He's been a great guest, man. We've had such a good time with him here. And I'm excited to bring him back. You know, he's got a new album we're about to discuss today and a bunch of other things. And not to mention, he has someone he brought with him who is no stranger to our show as well. Was recently on our show not that long ago with Smash Remembers, right? You remember that, right? Smash?
With me.
We'll help jog the memory in a second.
Hey, can we get to the names already?
Yes.
I'm about to fall asleep.
Ladies, that's the new line for the season.
Gosh, man, you working the passage out of me.
That's the new line for the season. Guys, we got sitting here Taylor Davis.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me again.
And his bandmate, Brandon Rabi.
Did you say that though?
Bandmate.
This is my brother, for real. That's like the way you're supposed to say, that's my partner.
Yeah. But like bandmate, right? Because they don't have a band name yet.
Not yet, no.
Right? You guys are still on that new band.
But they don't rename it.
I consider him like a brother.
So, but to give context of why the two are there, like, you know, like, that's made.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You send them Australian and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was on the same ship as I was. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you like bandmate? Did you want something else?
Sure. I mean, it's up to Brandon.
I don't like that
I don't like that he just said mate. I'm not a fan of this mate.
You don't like me,
Yeah,
Brandon?
I put the man.
I thought you were
That's all I hear is name.
I thought
All I hear is name.
right. Brandon Robbie. I thought you were happy with that.
I don't think you happy with that.
No, I don't think so. I'm starting to realize that I messed that part up. What have you been up to since the last time you've been on the show?
Well, the whole time since we interviewed the first time, I've been working on the new record. It's called The Night in the Jar. And I've been working on making it, you know, great. So, yeah, it's an honor to be on here with you.
Yeah, because last time we had you on, you were promoting another album. It was, there was one just before this one right now.
Golden Age Syndrome.
Golden Age Syndrome.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it is.
Yes.
Right. So I remember you did that and you went on tour. Things from that whole project and the tours had taken, and everything
Went really well. The tours were very inspirational, successful. We went to the east coast of the country, and we went to other places, and yeah, it was very successful. So now we're back with a new record. The first record I put out, I moved to Miami, which was almost 3 weeks ago. April will be 3 years ago. And
Damn, 3 years
we
already.
got 3 years. Yeah, time flies, huh?
And how you feeling? Are you officially like can we say you're in Miami? Are you no longer the
Yeah, I
Indiana
guess
Storyteller?
I guess if you're suffering properly, you live in Miami.
Yeah.
And so I feel that way. I feel like,
You feel like you've been baptized already?
yeah, for sure. I think that I live in the Miami scene a lot more than I did before. And I feel good with it. I feel like I have different sorts of fans. Fans that get drunk by 9 o'clock and fans that get drunk by 1 a.m. And those are two different types of people. And I feel pretty good about it.
So your fan base has expanded since.
Yeah, I think so. I think that you never know who you're playing in front of. You play in front of them, you get to know them better.
Right.
And I feel like now we have a pretty good feel about the audience. So you never know, though, if you're missing folks that fall in between the cracks. And but I feel like now we're pretty good. I feel like I feel a lot more comfortable now than I was very nervous the first time I sat with you and the legendary Rio Chavarro. I felt
This is your
very
third,
nervous.
It's like your third time now, right?
Yeah, I feel very
It's your third
blessed.
time, man.
Very
As
blessed.
a matter of fact, we did talk about this. You know, Taylor might be the only guest we've had more than twice that we've been able to interview. There wasn't a special co-host guest or anything, you know what I mean? Just a regular guest that we've interviewed. I think he's like the first one we've had on here the most. You know what I mean? So I figured by now you know, from that point, by the second, third one, you got to be comfortable now, right?
Yeah, well, when I first met John, I felt, man, and I still feel this way. You know, John is a legend on the comedy scene, on the Miami music scene. John has helped us a lot more than a lot of other musicians have. And when you combine
He said he
that,
was a legend. He almost fell out the chair.
yeah,
I got excited. I was like, wait. Let me listen again now. Tell me more, please.
John is a legend in my opinion.
Him
You
will
know,
bust his ass, man.
when you put in the time, you put in the work that John has, and then you get a chance to do an interview with him. You know, when I first did the interview, a lot of artists, they prepared me. They said,
Yeah, I was scared.
they told me, they said, John is a legend in the music and comedy community here, and you better fucking deliver. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to deliver. And so,
Well, you delivered now. This is your third delivery to us now. So.
yeah, so it's an honor. It's a real honor.
really
You're the legend, my man.
Dude,
so.
my eyes got so big when he about to
So
fall.
thank you for
I know,
having-
I got excited.
thank you
I
for
almost
having
jumped-
me again.
I almost jumped
So-
out of my chair.
You know what it was? I thought you were gonna fall on me,
I was like,
motherfucker.
wait, what? You've done just such considerable growth out here in Miami, man. Do you feel that you agree with that?
Yeah, I like to think so because I've tried to work hard because that's what it all relates back to is working hard. Whether you are a comedian or a musician or an author or a painter or whatever you know you specialize in, growth is an important part of it. And I've tried to grow, you know, because I wanted to make sure that the next time I was on your show that it
You had
had
something
some
to talk
growth
about.
because if
Right.
not, then you know. You're wasting your time. So I just wanted to grow as much as I could. That's my main focus as an artist is to grow.
Let me ask you in terms of growth. You know, I'm asking you here about Miami, but what about you personally? Where do you feel you've done the most growth in the last couple of years? Where do you feel like you've grown the most?
Well, I always try to meet artists. I try to meet new artists. The whole point of the scene is to keep growing, and you want to focus on the artists that keep growing and the ones that are growing new. They're excited about what's happening around here. And if you don't grow, then you know there's really no point in having a conversation on a podcast like yours without growth. So I try to encourage the artists, and I use their growth as a scale of, hey, if you grow, you get to talk to somebody like John Everyman, and you get to keep tracking your growth according to things like that. You have to have a way to track your growth. If you don't track your growth properly, then you're not properly growing. So I think that it's important to focus on your growth. It's also important to focus on the fact that, you know, you want to grow more. And
But for you, where have you grown personally? Where do you feel like you've done the most growing in the last couple of years?
I feel like the songwriting has grown a lot. I feel like I've matured a lot as a songwriter. I came from writing songs that were more about feeling sad for yourself that you didn't, connect to a place in your story where you didn't grow, and take that place to somewhere new. If you're in the same place, there's no point in making music. There's no point in continuing your craft unless you grow more. So I just try to grow more in the way that I told my stories and the way that I played music, to where people felt like, hey, I can see from the first time I heard him till now that he's grown. He's seen a influx of personal experience to where he can tell a new story now. I don't want to be the guy that always tells the same story. I'm going to grow to a point to where I'm telling a story now that I didn't tell the last time I was with you. So.
Right. So you feel like you're outgrowing the Indiana Storyteller. You're
Yeah.
now the Miami Storyteller. from
Yeah, you don't want to just be the. I'm very proud of my roots in Indiana, but you don't want to tell a story that's just about your growth from Indiana. You want to tell about your growth here, and I think that Miami has grown me a lot in the almost 3 years, and I want to tell a story that people feel that is grown from the last time they heard me. Whether they heard me on here or they heard me somewhere else, I want to grow all the time. If not, you're staying stagnant, which is the death of growth. So.
You know, just staying on this topic, man, you know, I've, again, seeing the growth and hearing you, one of the things I've noticed here right now, and it's evident with our other guests sitting here, you've expanded.
Yeah.
You've expanded. You're now going into, from being, I guess, perceived as a solo artist to now putting a band together.
Yeah, Brandon Robbie was the first person I ever talked to in Miami was Brandon, and to grow from that place to where we are now is significant. And then Brandon and I, we had a little time where we didn't connect because he was doing different things than I was doing. Then we reconnected and he saw the things that I had been doing. And Brandon was a real test of my own growth. I was able to look at Brandon and look at myself and say, where have I grown from the first time I met Brandon? And to grow now to where the place I'm at, and then bring Brandon back into what I'm doing, is it's very important to me. So
there's more than one of y'all in the band now, right? You told me there's 3 now.
Yeah, we have Khalil. Khalil is a great drummer. He drums in our band. He's a big staple of the scene in places like Miami Cava, the Roots and Cava Bar, and anytime that Khalil drums with these folks, they're very lucky to have him, and I feel lucky to have him a part of our band. We played a couple times on the west coast of Florida, and Brandon and Khalil's playing together is very expansive for what I do, and Khalil especially is a guy that when people hear his drumming, they know that he's adaptable. So he adapts to my playing, which is very different from what he usually does. And Khalil he's a superstar. So the 3 of us together make a really, really nice band. So I'm very, very proud to have the both of them in my band. So.
Now you mentioned it a second ago. I didn't know we were going to get into it this quick, but we got to do it. So you mentioned Brandon here, right? And with Brandon, you guys said that he was one of the first people you met.
Yeah, for sure. I was trying to make some connection. My girlfriend, future fiance, she invited me to come to Miami. She said, shout out to Daniela for sure. I said, well, I got off tour and nothing's happening around where I'm at, and I want to go to a place where things are happening. She said, well, I just moved to Miami. Why don't you come to Miami and play some music and see how it goes? So that's what got me here. So I came to see how it was going to be, and it's been unbelievable. And I put out an ad on Craigslist.
Wait a minute, stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
So wait.
Well, Brandon
See
originally,
that?
yes.
Are you hearing this?
Yep.
So now you're hearing that he put the ad out on Craigslist.
So not only you could get
Now wait, 2 dudes put out 2 ads on Craigslist.
these motherfuckers are soulmates.
And they both
Craigmates.
It's like they
They're
match.
Craigmates.
Like you guys are Craigmates.
We are, yes,
you
for
guys
sure.
match
Y'all don't
like
name
Tinder
your
or
band
something?
Craig.
Yes.
Is that like a Tinder match or something? Like your
Hey,
profiles?
That's how it
can you
feels.
get a prostitute
for sure.
off
It feels,
Craigslist?
it feels like it was meant to be.
You can?
You can get prostitutes.
Stop.
off Craigslist.
I don't know if For real, dog?
Yeah,
You
nah.
come for real? Oh,
Yes, you can.
damn, dog. This real
Well,
make.
I mean, wait.
This a real
On
make shit.
that page, you could.
Oh my god.
This I knew, but on Craigslist, I'm not sure. I never purchased off
Motherfuckers are
Craigslist.
so many.
Can you do
I
it?
knew this was going to be a big topic of the
Can you
night.
do
It
it?
has to be a topic. Listen, the
Yes.
way we understand the story to catch up people. So according to Brandon, our good friend here, and the last time he was here,
Well, he ain't our friend no more.
he said his English teacher put out an ad that said, "Boy with guitar looking to play with man."
Yes, yeah.
Looking,
Strange way to explain what
I mean,
looking to string, strung some strings.
right? He wants to play with my strings. Wants to stroke my strings.
Someone to
Right.
stroke my G chord.
Right.
Sorry, last
so
one, last
according to this story, you, Taylor, responded to the ad. He says that no other men, because we know that women would have responded to this stuff,
Yes,
but
of
no
course,
other
yeah.
men responded except you. But now
So-
you're saying that you posted an ad. What did your ad say?
My ad said something about interested in working with musicians that are passionate about what they're doing.
See, you should have not used the word passionate. That's where shit gets
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, that blurred the lines. That blurred the lines.
Very
But
passionate about music.
But no, but
I also
See me in my
saw.
house.
I think I posted the ad, and then I saw that Brandon had posted an ad, and I said, "Hey, are you interested in playing music with somebody that wants to play music
okay,
for real?"
Okay, so wait, you posted an ad.
I was in math.
So Brandon, you were in math class
was
when
in
he
math class when
you
I
were
got
in
that.
class when he sent you the message.
How real, but for real, all bullshit aside, how dope did that feel?
I didn't think anything would have happened.
Right, right.
And I was just like curious. I was like, fuck it.
Oh, dog.
I wasn't expecting something.
So you're in the middle of doing fractions and shit, and here comes this text out of nowhere.
Exactly, bro.
Did you get nervous?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't know what to expect.
Fair enough. Fair
Am I
enough.
doing a drug deal?
Hey, stranger danger, man. What, you know what I mean? Like, did you really
Nah, but-
expect for anyone to respond to the ad?
Not a single person.
Well, I don't think.
Not a single sane.
I don't think that I expected anybody to respond at all.
He
you
did not
know?
say. Hey, but that's magic though. Hey, but
I
shit happened.
thought if somebody messages me, then they're super serious about what they're doing.
How I felt.
I mean,
Craigslist, you're
this
already
is
found-
crazy.
I knew to remind everybody.
Seriousness is a
Remind
gray
everybody.
area.
I knew nobody. I knew nobody. That was before I knew comedians and musicians and local scene influencers. I didn't know nobody. So this was my chance to reach out to somebody. I was desperate. Okay, I wanted to reach out to somebody that had the talent and had the perseverance to do, you know,
So you
the
never
job.
So wait, so you never saw his ad?
No,
You
no.
never saw his. But did
No,
you
no.
read his ad
I've never
afterwards?
seen his ad.
So you didn't even know his ad?
No.
No, yeah.
Oh shit.
Me,
I messaged him. I saw his ad, and I said, "This is somebody that seems from their wording. I'm a words guy, so I assumed from his wording that he was interested in making some music."
Wait.
Rapists
So-
out here just writing aimlessly,
so-
huh? Oh no, that's
so-
a rapist. That's a rapist.
So you
post
read his,
right there.
you read his thing, and you said, "Fuck it." Off what he wrote, you felt like it was.
That is some
confidence
proper
and response.
grammar.
Yeah, I thought
I can get behind
there-
that.
when you're alone in a city, there's nothing worse that you can do, as far as I'm concerned.
He
You know.
spelled Y-O-U. He didn't use the U. This is a real person.
Yes.
He used apostrophes.
So I
and
sent him a
shit.
message. I said, "Are you down to jam? You know, are you down to put something
Hello.
together?"
All the commas are in the sentence. I'm
That's
down.
how you slide into a DM right there. You trying to jam?
Nah, but like on a
Yeah, that might have been a sexual, you know, innuendo. But I
Oh.
said, "Are you down to jam?" And he said, "Yeah."
Only
And
about
then
peanut butter.
he said, "Yeah, I can't even lie." He said, "Yeah, I'm down to do something."
oh
So
shit.
now I didn't take it.
So wait a minute.
Hey, let's move along, man.
here's
I'm
what-
sick
we
of
gotta
it.
figure this shit out.
This is fascinating. So wait, Taylor.
This ain't fascinating. Get over this shit.
So you got the message, but who called who?
I called him first.
You called him first.
I hit him up first.
Taylor's
That's
all
real.
about
That's
making the
real.
moves first.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
And
You
I
have
Taylor
said-
makes the moves and all the
I
relations.
said, I got my first book show, a solo show in Miami. It was at the Luna Bar Cafe in North Miami Beach. I went there for the open mic. I had a great open mic opening. First time I ever played in front of anybody. And ironically enough, Gene Pereira, one of the best electric guitar players in the scene.
Yeah, shout out to
And in American Miami, Hugo heard it, and he was a big blues player in the scene, and they both came to the show. And Gene was playing on the night, and he was incredible. And then I played, and I had a great reaction. And then I had a show the following week. They gave me a show right away. And Brandon came, and he was only one of the 5 people in the audience. And he brought his friend with him. They drove an hour to see the show. And I'm assuming the show was good enough to keep our relationship going to today. And that's how it all started. Was he saw a show and assumed that I was all right, and we went from there. So
Wait, hold up. How did you find out about the show?
He texted me saying,
Oh, he told you about. Okay, so you already communicated
from Craigslist, yes.
You guys are. So you
That's
told
how
him
you
like,
set
hey,
up-
I'm doing this show. He said,
Right.
all right, I'll
Yeah,
try.
yeah, I'm gonna stop
That's
by,
dope
and I
as
never
fuck.
believed he would really do it. It's an
That's
hour
dope.
for him.
Yeah, but you
So
guys
I'm like,
also
who's
met
gonna
on
drive to
Craigslist.
North Miami Beach for a show? But he actually did. So
Right. That's real. That's real. That's dope. That's dope.
What's it like now having the band?
it's amazing. It's
TV.
everything I've ever
What's her
dreamed
name?
about
Selena.
having.
Selena.
I wanted to have a band that supported the sounds that I was making. We did a show over on the west coast of Florida in Punta Gorda for a
Tiki,
bar
tiki,
full of
tiki,
people.
yeah.
Oh, how did that
Cheeks.
go with you guys?
It was great. Brandon was phenomenal. Khalil was great, and we made our money. And then we had to have Brandon back at the airport at 5:45 in the morning.
Why'd you gotta go? Curfew? He had a test. He's not out of high school yet. I gotta go.
They got you, bro.
No, but like, is it what you're looking for? You know, to expand with a band. Like, how much of is this a part of your growth now? You know, working with a band. Is it something you like doing so far now?
Yeah, I love it. I think that we had a great night. It was a fantastic night, actually. And they wanted to get us a hotel. They said, oh, stay here tonight and come see the show tomorrow. We'll get you a hotel. And I said, well, my guitar player has to leave the airport at 6 in the morning, so we had to get back. So we drove back to Miami to Sweetwater, and I didn't even go to sleep. We stayed up, we drank some coffee, had some food, and then I drove him to the airport, came back and fell asleep with my dogs. My girl was out of town, and so we played the show. Brandon got done at 1 in the morning. We packed up, we drove back, and Brandon left the airport at 6 a.m. So he's a real trooper. So
I know you guys put this album out together, but now it sounds like the majority of this album was worked through your hands and the band.
yeah, I brought Brandon in as a support system of what I was doing, you know,
Right.
and I had ideas of where he would fit. We hadn't talked in a couple years since we first met, and I said, hey, I got this song Black Dog, I got At Night in the Dark, you would fit perfectly on these. And he was ready to go. He was really in his music, and he was ready to do something spectacular, and that's what he did.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. What are we missing here? That's what was going on this whole time, huh?
Yeah, that's a problem about the game.
Oh, that was wrong.
They didn't. They want the kiss.
It's going.
Oh, they wanted to kiss?
Yeah, because they talk too much for me. You gonna get it in, just get it in, huh? Yeah, you know, only tell the face they want to kiss, man. No. Take it outside. I'm trying to eat a taco here.
Let's party outside.
Yeah, I was just looking, make sure they didn't come over here.
Oh yeah, you know, I didn't know what was going on. Like I got the headphones, so I couldn't even like. Make
Oh,
sense of what's going on, but that's
he was looking black dog.
Brandon.
I got my black dog with me, dog.
The black dog is about to come out.
Yeah, man. I would just make sure they didn't come over here with that
Where's
nonsense.
Walter?
Walter, I think he got scared and ran off.
Nah, Walter been left. He knew what the play is.
That was that sign he was making, huh?
This is a nice neighborhood.
He's an asshole.
This is a great neighborhood.
This
to
is the
get some
best.
tacos.
Yeah, man. For sure.
But now that you're with the band, do you see yourself doing another album real quick right behind this?
Well, I got a newer record that I'm working on that people will not expect, but it's like a hip hop storytelling record,
Oh.
and I'm gonna drop it in 2021, sooner than anybody expects, and it's gonna be nice. I don't have a title yet. I have 3 or 4 songs written of an 8-song project.
And that's gonna involve the band more with you?
No, it's gonna be more solo than even this record. And this was a solo record, but it's gonna be very solo. I've had producers for the last 3 or 4 years that send me beats that are very good, very jazz influenced, which is how I started. I started with jazz influenced hip hop beats.
How long it took you to write the album?
The new album.
The new album.
We're just going
Almost,
straight there, huh?
almost,
Yeah,
two,
we just we
almost
cut
2
the shit.
years, almost 2 years. So.
Oh, you been writing for 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah, I've had. It started with The Devils Are Here, and I wrote that album. I wrote that song
That's
about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I was like, this is the start of a new record. It just, when you write a song that has a certain impact and it feels a certain way, you're like, this is the start of something new. So I wrote The Devils Are Here, and Brandon and I weren't even conversating at that point. I just wrote that, you know.
But wait a
myself.
minute, hold on a second, because when we had you last, the Devils were here. I thought it was a part of the Gas Project.
No.
Okay. That was just a new
The
single.
Gas Project, it kind of feels like that it could fit on that album. The album was kind of all over the place, that record, but The Devils Are Here was more, I could feel already in the way I wrote it and the way I played it that it was something new.
I wanted to talk about that. You know, again, he swore I didn't check out this song, Cold in July. I heard
I have
it.
a feeling that you didn't.
No, I heard it. I
Sing.
did.
apart from
I was saving the answers for the show.
Sing apart from
But, well, it's Cold in July.
Oh, fucking dope.
Cold in
He said
July.
fucking.
No, but like, look. So, the Devils Are Here and Cold in July are almost two drastic sounding songs. You know, because Cold in July is more of a slower tempo versus
A lot
The
more
Devils Are
melodic.
Here. You know what I mean? And if you hear your last album, you know it has more of that edgier sound.
Yeah.
And I do remember us talking when you wrote your last album. You know, you didn't have a body of work you were trying to aim for that album. You were just basically whatever songs you were coming up with is what you were
Yeah.
putting together. From what I understood, this is from the last
Yeah.
conversation we had.
Yeah.
So, you know, now listening to Cold in July, and mind you, I haven't heard the rest of the album that you have out yet.
Right.
But I'm assuming that is it taking a different tone from the last album?
Yeah, for sure. It's more about having the words. There's less words. It's more. I said in my podcast recently that it's less of a verbal vomit than the other, you know, the previous
Verbal
album.
vomit?
Yeah, in the last album, I was trying
What
to
does
hit
that
you
mean?
with a bunch of ideas and a lot of lyrics
Uh-huh.
that hopefully would catch on. Now it's less lyrics that hopefully catch on, and the whole album is really about dealing with mental health in different ways, and I think that
This current album.
yeah, and The Devils Are Here fits in that category for sure. So I felt like I wrote The Devils Are Here, then I played it a decent amount in Miami, and people had an amazing reaction to it, and I said, there's no way that this song doesn't belong on what I'm doing. So I kind of based everything I wrote, even if it didn't have the same sound, I based everything I wrote after that off of The Devils Are Here.
So you're saying that this album covers more mental health illness, right?
Yeah, every song is really a mental health idea, a different idea of different sorts. I mean, The Devils Are Here, Gone, Cold in July. They might sound different to the listening ear, but they all focus on that topic. So
Underlying themes.
yeah, it's different types of mental health. So.
What inspired you guys to put that type of album out, focusing on mental health?
Well, I think that when you come up with a new album, it's all around the idea of what you're thinking about at the time. And that's what I was thinking about. You know, The Devils Are Here are about how you deal with when you lock your doors at night. You lock your doors from the enemy outside, but how do you deal with enemies on the inside, in your head, and, you know, the things that deal with
Those demons.
Yeah.
That's
So
insane.
that's really what The Devils Are Here about. Then I wrote every song after that about those topics. It just felt like, even though this album was supposed to be all about mental health, I only covered a portion of what mental health issues that you deal with. And Gone was about wanting to leave and having to stay, which is a different form of mental health for those folks that are musicians that live their lives on the road. They can't do that in 2020. And that song was all about that, having to stay when you want to leave. And Cold in July was about when you don't get closure from somebody that you need closure from, and you have to create your own closure. That's what those songs were about. So from 1, 2, 3, those songs kind of deal with a beginning of understanding mental health to a understanding of mental health that you may not get the answers that you want, but you're getting the answers that you need to move on. So
I want to thank you, Taylor,
Because you choose to stay in the
for
house.
being here, man.
it's been a great night. Thank you for having me.
Yes, man. The album is, ladies and gentlemen, A Night in the Dark. The singles are Cold in July. And what was the other one, man?
Gone.
Gone.
And At Night in the Dark. I mean, The Devils Are Here.
Well, Devils Are Here, Cold in July, Gone.
Yep.
And the name of the album is
At Night in the Dark.
Night in the Dark. Brandon Rabi, look out for him.
The mate.
He's got new
Up and
posts he's
coming,
putting
bro.
up in Craigslist. He's looking for some new stuff on
I don't think you should have never
Craigslist.
told him about that Craigslist shit. Hey, but no, I gotta see it.
Hey, it's true.
No, I gotta see it because you get a prostitute on Craigslist.
Maybe. Like,
That's a
I
callback
haven't
right
been on
there.
I started off with it.
Damn.
I started with
That
it.
was my cheap way of looking at porn back in the days. But maybe you should call your band Backpage and just fool them.
Nah.
It's no longer in existence. The FBI took it. It's a free name
I'm
now.
down to take a punk band name
Yeah,
for
no,
our
back.
band.
Yeah.
We're not punk music, but I'm down to take a punk name.
Hey, listen.
We out of here, man.
Next album, you got to do it like Guns N' Roses. That's what.
Taxi.
Brandon inspires me for that, so we'll see how it goes.
You went home.
Yeah.
Got that shit. You coming back?
Thank you for checking this
Come
out.
on,
Man,
We've got many other
Security
episodes
don't
like
kick you out.
this on the EverymanPodcastShow.com
They get-
website. Check
they get
out,
emotional.
like and subscribe on
It was
YouTube.
time to
Everyman
go.
Podcast Show,
No.
guys. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. On
Thank you
social
for having
media,
us.
Everyman Podcast Show. Also, guys, make sure you give us all a good follow here. Follow my friend
shit
Taylor
in.
Davis, my
Thank
friend
you.
Shit in, it's
Brandon
time to go.
Rabi. Brandon, where
That's
is it
when I
again?
get
Brandon L. Rabi,
over.
right? On Instagram.
I ain't got no chicks with
And
me.
let me say that John Everyman is a legend of the comedy scene underground.
Oh, you didn't fall this time.
A
You didn't-
legend
you didn't
of
fall
the
this time.
podcast in Miami, one of the original guys.
Say that again?
I'm honored to have a legend, I said. And we're honored to have Mr. Goodnight and Seabass Matar with us tonight. Thank you guys.
Woo, the
you,
OG
bro.
crew.
Thank you,
We are out of here. Walter took off. We don't know where he's at, but don't worry about it. Post editing can do stuff unless
It's only one,
Hey,
bastard.
Taylor, can you cue us with some music on the way out? On the,
Sure. Everybody listen to Cold in July. We're going to play that right
no,
now.
I mean, yeah. Oh, okay, I need you to go and.
Yeah, it's a song.
I think
that
something over there.
I should mention that the great Ryan Bauta is on the song. The great Nay Rose, who's a staple of the Miami music scene. I'm blessed to have her on it, and it's a great song. I feel like it's one of the best things I've ever done. I'm very proud of it. So
You
It's a
can
classic.
help us on the cue on the. Your device is still plugged in,
sure.
right?
This
If you
is
don't- if you
Cold
want-
in July. My name's Taylor James Davis,
And he'll be
featuring
your
the great
producer.
Ryan Bauta, Nay Rose, and
I think you're gonna play something over there.
I gotta go play it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think you was a little lost on that part.
I think he was a little lost too.
Trying to get out of here.
Man, so what's your New Year's resolutions been like?
Oh, my knee.
Man, I'm out of here.
Keep your eyes on me when the train's passing by. It never gave you the truth, it just fed you with lies. And every time I saw his face, it looked me in my eye. And it started chewing on my bones, the black dog moans. It's a million miles from here to anywhere.
They said they ain't cutting the lights off. Okay, I was just making
You
sure.
don't pay me enough.
Yeah, the sound guy says it's over. Fuck you. I don't even care if I got nothing to do with the electricity. I'm just out of here.